Startups have a lot of risk and uncertainty, so I plan to start small. However, they showed me our full potential. They showed me how to dream bigger.
Becoming an entrepreneur, we had to change our way of thinking. They didn't just give us answers, they gave us the conviction.
You can have ideas and a vision, but you need a team. They brought me a community filled with diverse skills and perspectives. They made me feel part of something bigger.
Commercializing new technology can be challenging with all sorts of problems. They showed me how to build a product that meets the market needs. They helped me realize setbacks are part of building something better.
They took the time to understand who we are and where we come from. They equipped us with the tools we needed for our journey.
NUS GRIP was with us every step of the way.
As our flagship innovation program, NUS GRIP provides the resources to enable experts from diverse backgrounds to create deep tech startups and technology.
Since 2018, NUS GRIP has nurtured many talented entrepreneurs to succeed, actively building up the startup ecosystem locally and regionally. We look forward to seeing more talents continue to make a difference in society.
Housekeeping first before some of our other VIPs enter. Please remember to keep your electronic devices on silent because we are having quite a lot of teams pitching today. Also, if you're seated at the sides, please do sit in the center so that our teams have someone to look at. So I thank you. Some of our VIPs are here already. And we'll wait for some of the audience to take their seats. Now, good morning, everyone. NUS Board of Trustees Chairman, Mr. Xie-Fu Hua, members of NUS Board of Trustees, NUS President, Professor Tan Eng Chai, Associate Vice President for NUS Enterprise Associate, Professor Benjamin Tee. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules today to be here with us. I'm Sarah Kay, and welcome to Run 9 of NUS GRIP Liftoff Day 2023. Ever since its inception, the NUS Graduate Research Innovation Program has helped many postgraduate students, PhDs, and researchers from NUS transform their research into deep tech startups. GRIP provides all the knowledge and skill sets necessary, as well as networking, mentoring, funding, as well as other support in a structured 12-month program. But GRIP is no longer just a university program. It is a hive of entrepreneurs, mentors, as well as like-minded individuals with a network of growing resources. Now today we have 14 teams here with us, and they will be pitching to you. 9 of these teams are brand new and have already gone through the Venture Hothouse, an intense 3-month program that guides the teams through the startup process. They also have already gone through the Investment Pitch Day, where the teams have presented their pitches to an investment panel for funding up to $100,000 from NUS. Now the teams are ready to present to the world. Today will also feature a special segment of 5 strong alumni teams, some of which are already successful and have received funding, partners, as well as collaborators. They are on their way up, so if you want to strike while the iron is hot, these are the teams to watch. If you're here today or online, please remember that today you can book one-on-one sessions with the teams at gripliftoff.com/teams. These are 20-minute private sessions that start at 2 p.m. Today, if you are here with us in person, we also have a networking lunch that starts at 11:30 a.m. And you can go out and chat with our teams, as well as start conversations and have lunch at the same time. Now, GRIP has already produced a lot of fine teams and startups, the likes of BX and Invigilo. And this year, one of our featured teams, Curated, has already been featured on Channel News Asia. So do keep your eyes peeled for the next startup star. Without further ado, I would like to invite Associate Professor Benjamin T, Associate Vice President of NUS Enterprise, on stage to say a few words. Prof. Ben, please.
Thank you. All right. NUS Board of Trustee members, Mr. Baran Shari, Professor Tan Eng Chai, NUS President, our esteemed partners, GRIP participants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the liftoff day for the 9th run of the NUS Graduate Research Innovation Program, aptly named GRIP. Today is our very significant day for us because it is our first physical event since the COVID-19 pandemic. And it is nice to see everyone in person in full real 3D rather than a 2D flat screen. To our GRIP participants, today is also your first important milestone in your entrepreneurial journey. We hope to celebrate with you the spirit of innovation, entrepreneurship, and collaboration that you have demonstrated over the past few months in a very grueling GRIP program. After today's liftoff day, you will receive 9 more months of support from our incubator and further fine-tune your products and solutions, seek new customers, secure additional funding, and grow your company. Over the last 5 years, we have trained more than 418 participants and helped birth 149 startups. They have gone on to raise over 40 million in external investments collectively. But we do not simply measure the success of our program by the amount of funds raised. Instead, these investments are a means to achieve the impactful solutions that we hope ultimately benefit the world. Today, we face social challenges on many fronts, especially in areas of healthcare, sustainable living, and climate change. Urgent needs in water shortage, food self-sufficiency, carbon, waste reduction are all interlinked. These challenges require us to have highly creative and deep technology solutions that often require cross-pollination of multiple disciplines to effectively tackle and solve. Let me highlight some examples of the GRIP startups from our previous runs that I think are making a significant dent in these areas. SimGrow, for example, utilizes biotechnology and AI to efficiently and responsibly cultivate crops. Their techniques result in the production of fully organic, non-GMO crops. Their core products, interestingly, consist of patented crystal strawberries, Japanese spinach, Dutch cherry tomatoes, and Persian saffron. You may think, well, these are all foreign to Singapore, but in some way, it also helps to reduce the carbon footprint required from food importation and the ability to have them grow in a non-native climate. E3A, a medtech company, develops medical diagnostics and therapeutics devices. I really like their name because it is actually a real building on an engineering campus, and it is a good reminder of their origin and formative years, and maybe many late nights tinkering on their startup ideas. Their solutions have already positively impacted over 300,000 newborns in more than 80 hospitals since 2022. Cura, another medical technology company, enables medical professionals to use their AI-enabled automatic image-based guidance system during medical procedures. Their goal is to assist in achieving successful spinal anesthesia in the first attempt during childbirth. Using their innovation, the success rate has increased significantly to over 92%, compared with normal 70% in traditional methods. CB Eco Solutions, offers a doubly sustainable technology for carbon soot treatment. They recycle it into valuable products instead of burning them or put it in landfills. The company is already building a pilot plant in Jurong Island to produce upcycled nanocarbon and vanadium pentoxide materials, fancy chemical name, but basically it's used in a lot of energy and safe energy storage solutions. In this Run 9 GRIP, we hope to continue to see many of these teams to focus specifically on sustainability challenges. Some examples, like Curated, is a company that's turning excavated waste clay into green cement. I'm told that's quite an interesting solution because a lot of times this waste clay cannot be recycled without their technology. Now, their eco-friendly alternative to cement targets an industry responsible for generating over 5% of all man-made carbon dioxide emissions. Aqua Shield Solutions uses an advanced water quality management system that's proprietary to their research and provides warning, early risk assessment, and tracking of hazardous chemicals in our water supply. Beyond the real impact these startups bring to the world, our GRIP program have, importantly, I think, instilled in our teams and founders the discipline, resilience, and creativity, and the courage to bring their deep tech innovations to market. At NUS Enterprise, we ourselves adopt a startup mindset. We constantly seek to launch new products, not hardware products, but programs. In this case, I'd like to introduce a new program for GRIP called GRIP Prime. GRIP Prime is a condensed program that allows anyone from campus to join at any time and begin their entrepreneurial pursuit by avoiding some of the most common pitfalls very early on. We hope that this GRIP Prime program will increase our scale and accessibility in deep tech entrepreneurial training across campus. And finally, to our GRIP Run 9 participants, you are not alone in your entrepreneurial journey. It takes an entire ecosystem to help our young and talented founders succeed. To the VCs in the audience, to the incubators and the industry partners, I thank you in advance to work with us, to collaborate, partner, and bring their ideas and innovative solutions to market. And a very big thank you to everyone for joining us on this exciting journey as we continue to push the boundaries of innovation and entrepreneurship at NUS for Singapore and the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Associate Professor Benjamin Tee. Let's wait for a few more of the audience members who are waiting to be seated to come in. There are some seats still available in the third row. Now, today's liftoff day will be divided into two batches. The first 9 teams will present their pitches, and they will be followed by 5 alumni teams. Now, each team will present to you their 3-minute presentation pitch, and we'll have a brief 2-minute presentation of a question and answer session to address a lot of frequently asked questions. Now, if any team does catch your eye, book a private 20-minute one-on-one session with the teams to have a more in-depth discussion, find out more about their financials or their plans for the future. You can do so at the link gripliftoff.com/teams. If not, if you are here in person, you can also meet them outside at their booths from 11:30 a.m. Without further ado, let's kick off our session with the first team. Here to present on reducing environmental impact in the construction industry by upcycling marine clay. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Curated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shanshan, CEO of Curated. I'm glad to share with you our green cement product made from local waste clay. Cement is a key ingredient in concrete, and it is widely used in almost all types of constructions. But this industry is facing 2 significant problems. First, the cement industry emits 3 gigatons of CO2 every year, contributing to 8% of global carbon emissions. Second, In Singapore alone, around 10 million tons of waste marine clay is excavated from our construction activities annually. This clay is treated as a waste due to its poor mechanical properties, and it is expensive to dispose of. So, our team came up with this innovation that upcycles this waste marine clay into green cement. Compared with conventional cement production, our innovation reduces the carbon footprint by up to 70%. At the same time, it helps to transform the large quantities of local waste into green construction materials. So, the two significant problems are tackled in one go. Our business model is B2B and based on our three core values. Firstly, we collect the waste marine clay from earthwork companies and charge them a very competitive disposal fee. Secondly, we produce green cement for concrete companies. Thirdly, we contribute to our customers' ESG reporting by reducing their Scope 3 carbon emissions. Compared to other green cement products such as slag and fly ash, Curated has comparable performance, but it stands out as a more sustainable option because its raw material is abundant both locally and globally. In contrast, both slag and fly ash have limited supply, and they come from heavy emission industries facing green transition. This innovation has generated tremendous interest. It was featured by Channel News Asia in 2021 and received the Excellence Award from Singapore Concrete Institute. More importantly, over 20 companies and agencies have approached our team to discuss collaborations, and 4 of them have showed interest to using our green cement in their upcoming projects and launch pilot projects with us. Can you imagine that? One day we will live in a house built with the first locally made green cement. Finally, please let me introduce our motivated team. I'm Shanshan, the CEO of Curated. We have Professor Pang Zidai as our CTO and Dr. Du Hongjian as our technical advisor. They are also the inventors of this innovation. We are looking for investors, partners, and customers. Please feel free to contact us and speak to us later if you are interested in building a greener and more sustainable future together. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Shanshan. Now we have with us Prof. Pang, CTO of Curated, up for the Q&A portion of his presentation.
Thank you.
So what is so special about your product?
Marine clay, unlike quarry clay, it has poor properties and it's treated as a waste both locally and globally. However, we come up with innovation to transform this waste product into green cement substitute. If we replace 30% of the traditional cement with our green cement, we can reduce 2 million tons of waste and 1 million tons of CO2 in Singapore every year. And that is equivalent to planting 40 million trees annually. Furthermore, with this improvement, we are also able to reduce the Scope 3 emission of our clients.
And I hear that it's also priced very affordably.
Yes. Despite the fact that it's a green cement, which is typically priced much higher, our green cement is priced the same as normal cement, but yet offering 3 times higher durability than normal cement.
Those are very competitive numbers. Now, is there any upgrade since you guys have been featured on Channel News Asia?
Yes, we have made significant improvement in terms of increasing the technology readiness level and also the performance of our product since 7 years ago we started on this project. And we have carried out extensive product validation with marine clays from various sites in Singapore that will ensure a good supply of our marine clay. And we have also carried out product benchmarking efforts so that our products right now is actually applicable to a much wider range of applications. And also lastly, we have improved our processing, which makes significant improvement in terms of energy efficiency and also productivity. So through this, we are able to propel our technology from the lab study to a market-ready product.
And any plans over the next 2 years?
Oh yes, I think early on our CEO has shared We have actually in talks with various companies and agencies. We have a number of the infrastructure projects in the pipeline to pilot our products. For example, we are in talks with Jurong Town Corporation, Building Construction Authority, and also quite a number of developers and consultants at the moment.
Sounds good. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Pham. That was an excellent proposition, I am sure. I hope you guys have your chat books ready. Now, from Soft Labs, we have Joanne Lee, CMO, and she is going to talk about overcoming limitations on standard VR controllers in training with patent-pending haptic gloves. Joanne, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joanne, and I'm the co-founder of Soft Labs. So in a VR environment, you can see the objects, you can hear the objects, but you can't truly feel it. And that's what the virtual world is desperate for. The sense of touch, the kinesthetic part of our senses. Although touch sensation is available, it is, however, very limited. By having kinesthetic feedback in VR, it enables the users to feel the object shapes as if it's in the real world. And why is this important? Because studies have shown that kinesthetic feedback in training has led to a 30% improvement in learning outcomes. Also greatly reduces the use of scarce resources like water during live training. Also helps to develop muscle memory that aids in employees' work. And so currently, most haptic devices only vibrates. So it makes it difficult to transfer the skills learned in VR back to the real world. And the high cost of integrating hardware with software increases the cost of VR training. So to bridge these gaps, Soft Labs has developed a unique layer jamming bricks. Then we have already filed a provisional patent earlier this month. So by combining layer jamming with soft materials, our gloves is lightweight. And with fewer wear and tear parts, our solution is more durable and long-lasting. So here's a case study of Strivia, a VR learning platform used by large corporations like Walmart. With VR training, it reduces onboarding time from employee and also decrease workplace incident costs that leads to more cost savings and greater operational efficiency. So we are targeting a large market of 2.9 billion, and our business model is developing soft robotic bricks for use in VR training. And so we have garnered great interest in local companies and are actively discussing the partnerships with them. My co-founder, Sean Buxani, is a research engineer and a PhD student at NUS. He will be leading the technical team. For myself, I've recently graduated from NUS Masters of Science Venture Creation. I will be responsible for the customer acquisition and brand awareness. We are seeking investors for funding, pilot customers, partners to fast-track our growth. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention, and we look forward to speaking with you later.
Thank you so much for that, Joanne. Now I will let you open up your box for the show and tell as well as the question and answer portion. So if you haven't already checked out the booths earlier, the haptic gloves were displayed there, but Joanne's going to wear it, and you can actually see how lightweight the haptic gloves are. So very easily worn, just like that. Okay, so Joanne, come a little bit closer so more of the audience can see you. Why now, and why hasn't this been done before?
Thank you, Sarah. So the timing is ideal for us to introduce our haptic gloves in VR training because previous attempts at haptic feedback has been limited by the technology complexity, size, and cost. So however, recent advancement in haptic technology, coupled with the increasing use of VR, has created a favorable environment for our solution. So the convergence of these factors have made it possible for us to produce a lightweight, compact, and affordable, and highly effective haptic gloves.
I can see it's very lightweight. Now, what are your comparative advantages?
Yes, so we have several advantages that differentiates us from other gloves. Firstly, our layer jamming technology provides a multi-dimensional touch feedback compared to alternative solution. Additionally, our haptic gloves extend beyond the fingertips covering the entire hands, which sets us apart from other gloves that only offers limited fingertips haptics. And lastly, our lightweight and durable solutions ensures users' comfort and long-term usability.
So what is so appealing about your products and why would customers want to use them?
Yes, so the goal is to create a portable, lightweight haptic glove training solution that helps to develop training muscle memory. And so customers will want our innovative technology because it offers more realism, convenience, and flexibility. With haptic gloves and portable technology, users can train anytime, anywhere, without being tied to a specific location or cumbersome equipment. So this is a game changer for individuals and organizations that are seeking immersive and effective training experiences that will fit seamlessly into their busy schedule.
That sounds very interesting indeed. Thank you so much for that, Joanne.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. And that was SoftLabs. Now we have CEO and founder of MetaLivvy, Chen Yiwen, here to tell us a little bit more about AI-driven virtual pets. Yiwen, please.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Alan, CEO of MetaLivvy. MetaLivvy, as you see, is a fantastic world that's full of imagination as well as the creation. In this world, we're catering for the younger generation by providing them with the unique AI-driven virtual animal for the companionship experience that they have never experienced before. So in the past few years, research results shows 84% of the younger generation that they are feeling stressed in their daily life. There are also 52% of the younger generation, they rank playing video game as their top interest for the stress relief channel. There are also many people in the younger generation that they want to have a pet as a companionship, as well as a stress relief channel for them. However, 39% of them, after they having a real pet, they are reporting as having a tighter budget. So we are keeping asking ourselves, is there a solution that we combine the convenience of the digital technology as well as to providing the equivalent companionship experience to the users as a real pet? The answer is yes. We're here to proudly introduce our product, MetaLivvy Coalition AI System. Our AI system is capable to combine multiple AI capabilities in one product, including MetaLivvy C allows the visual understanding, MetaLivvy Move to support realistic movement, and MetaLivvy Feel to support emotion recognition, as well as the language to understand the user's language input. And all of this AI works on your smartphone to support a unique virtual animal experience on your smartphone anytime and anywhere. We also researched the market sizing about the virtual animal in the past few years. The global market sizing is $5.4 billion globally. The successful previous product, including Animal Crossing, they has gained $2.1 billion revenue. We are also collaborating with entertainment companies, animal NGOs, individual artists to design the customized MetaLivvy IP living creatures on the smartphone and sell them in their community as our start. We also have a steady user growth strategy to grow us from 57 users to more than 10,000 users in the next half. With the help with all of our highly expertized team, 3 of us are major in AI and robotics, and several of us have several years experience developing the AI applications that are serving millions of users in the industry. So above all is all of our product, MetaLivvy. MetaLivvy, it is not only an app, it is a friend, it is a confidant, it is a lifeline, and it is a dedicated, prepared gift that we prepare for our next generation in the AI and the metaverse. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for that, Yiwen.
Thank you.
Prof, are you also interested in having an AI pet? Okay, so Come closer, come a little bit closer so that more people can see you, and we'll wait for the people to sit down. Thank you. Now, why do you think you're better than your competitors?
Okay, so as I just described the previous product, most of the virtual product, they only focus on simulating the interactions. But MetaLivvy are here to raises the bar by providing intelligent emotional connections driven by the AI. And MetaLivvy co-collision system is also capable to combine multiple AI capabilities in one product, including emotional recognition, visual understanding, language understanding, and to name a few. So our mission here is not to only surpass the competitors. We are here to, we're trying our best to redefine the norm of the virtual companionship that is driven by AI.
And how will you gain traction in the market?
As for gain tractions for from the market, we're collaborating with a wide range of players, including the entertainment companies, social media giants, animal NGOs, as well as the individual artists. With their help, we grow our users, and we're also collaborating with the advertisement companies and game publishers companies to expand our business and amplify our brand. Moreover, MetaLivvy is not only an app, it is also a community with full of the metaverse explorers, the game players, AI enthusiasts, and all of them are the younger generation, and we share the MetaLivvy world together.
Sounds really interesting and cheaper than a regular pet. So why do young people want a virtual pet instead?
Okay, so as I just showed in the slide, 92% of the younger generation that are feeling stress in their daily life, and 52% of them, they relies on the play the video game as a top interest, as well as the stress relief channel. So MetaLivvy cognitive creator lies in the advantage of the simplicity as well as the adaptability. There's no need for space, no additional cost, and there's no heavy commitment, there's no risk of allergies. MetaLivvy creators is perfectly designed in alignment with the dynamic lifestyle of the youth. Moreover, MetaLivvy creator can also be used for the younger generation. They can share in their friends circle as a status symbol.
Thank you very much for that, Iran. And ladies and gentlemen, that was MetaLivvy.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, Team 4 is a team that has come up with a unique way to detect contaminants in water through an advanced water quality management platform. Please welcome Aqua Solutions.
Hi, I'm Singh, the Chief Operating Officer for Aqua Solutions. We provide proactive water quality assurance through early warning solutions for hazardous contaminants. So there are thousands of water contaminants and more are being added every day. Most of these contaminants pose serious health risks, but are not yet actively monitored or regulated. They are widespread as they are found in daily products like plastics, antibiotics, and pesticides. And they accumulate in the human body directly and through the food chain. So the problem with these contaminants is that they are found in trace concentration, and to detect them is very costly. So by the time you detect them, it's usually too late. So once you detect them, the cost of cleanup is very high. So the cleanup of just one forever chemical called PFAS, it costs 3M $2.3 billion US. So no cleanup is perfect. And it's a time bomb for long-term health issues. So there are a few advanced labs that can detect these contaminants, but do not provide early warning. There are sensors and measurement companies that process general water contaminants, but do not provide any solution for these emerging contaminants. So there are some environmental consulting firms that provide very limited early warning solutions for general water contaminants, but do not provide any solutions for this huge range of emerging contaminants. So this is a significant gap, and we have a solution. So our solution is a platform that integrates existing sensors, lab analysis, environmental and hydrodynamic data to accurately predict where the contamination will happen, when it will happen, and even the sources of these contaminants. Detailed risk map allow our customers to easily visualize the impact with high resolution and accuracy. So our solution addresses a key pain point in the industry, and different players have reached out to us to express keen interest in our solution. So this includes water utilities, environmental protection agency, sensors company, and fish farms. Our team has all the necessary skill set to execute on this business plan. We know this industry very well, as we have been serving it for more than 20 years. So whether you are a water treatment, environmental consulting firm, water utility, regulator, or investor, we love to talk to you. We invite you to join us in this journey to make water safe for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Sing Hong. So some questions for you.
Sure.
Can your platform be copied by other competitors?
Not really. So firstly, we are not just using AI for our solution. Our platform is derived from decades worth of data and know-how. So much of this data is very sensitive and very difficult for competitors to obtain. And the complex interrelationship between so many water parameters make it very difficult for our competitors to be able to have the necessary know-how to execute on.
That's always a good thing with a company. Now, why is now the best time to solve this problem?
Thank you. So that's a good question. So it's the best time now because the knowledge of hazardous contaminants has advanced significantly. And we are seeing increasing regulations for these emerging water contaminants. Secondly, technology advancement now has allowed for economical and effective data collection. Thus, it's very timely to put all of these data together in a system, so to provide useful alerts to the agency to tackle the problem before they happen.
Now, what is so unique about your tech?
All right. So our technology is very special in the sense that our software is able to auto-calibrate instantly to screen and predict complex contaminant on day one of deployment. It's also capable of coupling different data sources into a comprehensive system, enabling early warning, risk assessment, and source tracking of emerging contaminants. For example, our solution has accurately and successfully predicted a toxic algae bloom in a reservoir of Singapore, and we have notified the agency, and through that, we are able to allow the agency to take the necessary action before it's too late.
Sounds like we were saved. Now, thank you so much for that, Sing Hong. And that was Sing Hong from AquaShield Solutions.
Thank you.
Thank you for your pitch. Here to present on AI-powered regulatory tech for blockchain innovation, we have InsightTech.
Good morning. My name is Sheng Liang. I'm a postdoc researcher from Asia Institute of Digital Finance, NUS. I'm here to introduce InsightTech. It's an AI-powered regulatory assessment platform for regulators to assess digital asset service. Digital asset service, including central bank digital currency, e-money, blockchain, and Web3, is one of the most promising topics recently. It comes with huge potential, but however, at the same time, high risk for consumers and investors. Fraud and hacking on blockchain can cause significant economic damage. And that's why regulators want to, and they have to protect the consumer with action. But according to our regulators, it takes them more than 12 months to assess a single digital asset service, because of three major pain points. First of all, traditional regulatory assessment solution cannot pace with the complexity intrinsic of digital asset innovation. Second, there's a need for multi-domain expertise that comes with regulatory understanding, financial background, as well as in-depth knowledge of blockchain and Web3. Third, the process nowadays is predominantly manual, which makes it hard to scale. That's why we crafted InsightTech. which leverage AI and graph analytics to automate the process and thoroughly assess digital asset services efficiently. It comes with risk analysis dashboard, monitoring dashboard, and also in-depth software co-verification technology. It comes with more comprehensive coverage in terms of risk factors, and we significantly boost our speed. By using AI and graph analytics, we can significantly reduce the staffing costs as well. InsightTech is mainly built on our solid research and pilot projects with regulators. Specifically, we are attracting more global interests globally with 3 MOUs from 2 regulators and 1 financial institutions. I graduated from NUS with a PhD in computer science. I co-founded 2 deep tech startups before, with 1 InsightTech in fraud detection. My co-founder, Dr. Ray Han, is a PhD in AI from NTU, with enterprise AI background. With Professor He Bingsheng, the Vice Dean of Research from School of Computing, and Zhi Yong, the CFO, our expert in corporate finance. Our startup team combines with top-tier research, recognized expertise, industry experiences. That's why we position us perfectly to drive our venture success. To sum up, InsightTech is an AI-driven regulatory assessment platform to meet the retail investor and consumer protection need. And we are on the right track to co-create that with regulators globally. And if you want to have a demo with us, please email us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Sheng Liang.
Yep.
Hands up if you lost money on crypto. So, Sheng Liang,
Yes.
why is now the best time to solve this problem?
Right, as you mentioned, that people are losing money in crypto, and because of the changing complexity and the popularity of crypto and digital assets, there's more risk. So regulatory bodies from US, UK, EU, Middle East, Hong Kong, they are voting to pass more regulations, and there are more to come. And InsightTech is the one that feels the technical need to automate the process and also standardize the solutions.
Now, what is your go-to-market strategy then?
Right. We currently work with the regulators, and globally, we are targeting 3 regulators right now aiming to become the industry standard. And then we can make a smooth transition to serve more customer segment like auditors, crypto asset exchanges, and financial institutions like banks and trust.
Now, what is your moat for digital asset RegTech?
Okay, well, so first we have done related research with 50+ related publications recently. And second is that the product itself is co-created with regulators, which is our strongest backing than any other competitors.
Sounds like a stamp of approval right there. Thank you so much for that, Sheng Liang. And ladies and gentlemen, that was InsightTech.
Thank you.
Now, those were the first 5 teams for today. So a quick reminder for our guests online especially, please book your slots with teams you are interested in as an industry partner, a collaborator, or an investor. You can do so at gripliftoff.com/teams. Meanwhile, we have Dr. Joshua Tay, clinician, scientist, and inventor of PicoPoint Genomics, currently not in his scrubs today, who will share a little more with you about their proprietary RNA sequencing platform. Dr. Tay, please.
Thank you, Sarah, for that kind introduction. A very good morning to one and all. My name is Joshua Tay. I'm a surgeon, scientist, and co-founder at PicoPoint Genomics. I'm very excited to present to you our clinical RNA genomics platform for precision medicine. In my clinical practice, one of my dreams is to be able to predict my patient outcomes even before they receive any form of medical therapy. Imagine a world where every patient would know that they will positively respond to treatment even before they receive it. RNA actually has tremendous potential to transform this space. For years, we have been using RNA to give us a deeper understanding of human disease. And one would think that a natural next step would be to bring this to the clinic to help patients identify their best treatment outcomes to select the best treatment therapies possible. Unfortunately, there are many challenges in this area. For example, current RNA profiling techniques are incompatible with the clinical biopsy process. Our platform, PicoCeption, overcomes these hurdles. It is a clinical RNA sequencing platform with the following features. It is compatible with clinical pathology workflow. It works on the smallest biopsy samples, and also works on fresh and even stored tissue samples. We have already experienced tremendous traction in the form of a $250,000 contract with a top US university to have their clinical samples profiled. We have seen the number of clinical specialties interested in developing predictors expand, and also expanded the use of this platform to multiple different specialties and medical conditions. Although there are existing technologies today that can profile RNA from tissue samples, some of them are simply incompatible with the clinical biopsy process. Others require way too much material to be useful clinically and cannot be easily integrated into the clinical workflow. Picoception overcomes both of these hurdles. We are compatible with the clinical process and also use only a tiny amount of tissue all the way down to single cell. That means we are able to profile all types of clinical samples. Our platform is powerful for both discovery and clinical use. For example, we have profiled a cohort of nasopharyngeal cancer, putting through their tiny biopsies through the Picoception platform, and we are able to profile all these archived tissue samples to develop predictors for common clinical conditions such as glaucoma, nasopharyngeal cancer, and meningioma. Once we have these RNA profiles, we can develop predictors, and then when a newly diagnosed patient has his clinical sample taken, that sample can be profiled using Picoception, have the predictor applied, and help the patient select the best possible treatment. We have already done so in nasopharyngeal cancer, as explained. These biopsies are extremely tiny, just 3 to 4 millimeters, and we use Picoception to get the RNA profiles to develop a clinical predictor to identify patients at high risk of clinical recurrence. We validated this in an independent cohort, again profiling the samples on the same platform, applying the predictor to give each patient a risk score, allowing us to classify patients into high risk and low risk categories. With this information, we can treat the high risk patients differently, for example, giving them additional therapies to mitigate this risk. Physicians will order these tests through the hospitals on behalf of their patients, and an additional revenue stream will come from industry as well as academic institutions. We have an excellent team comprising expertise both in clinical, molecular biology, business, and genomics. I was trained here in NUS, and both Joy and I also have PhDs from Stanford University. So finally, for investment opportunities, interest in predictor development, and RNA profiling, please contact us or look us up in our booth outside. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Tay. Please come a little bit closer for the question and answer. Now, what is so great about your technology, and can't other companies do sequencing for RNA?
Yeah, our technology brings 3 key breakthroughs. Firstly, we're able to go into stored samples. That means clinical biopsies stored in hospital labs all around the world are potential cohorts for profiling. We can access these large patient cohorts with known clinical outcome, profile them to be able to generate RNA predictors quickly. The second aspect of our technology is because we're working off RNA. That means the spectrum of disease that we're able to profile is far greater than what can traditionally be profiled. For example, genetic diseases and cancer. We're going beyond that space to target a wider range of medical conditions. And finally, because we're able to just profile tiny amounts of material, that means all types of clinical biopsies can be profiled, even needle core biopsies with extremely small amounts of material.
Like a single cell?
Yes, absolutely.
And also stuff that has been stored in formalin?
Yes, so what formalin does is actually degrades the RNA, and we're able to nonetheless be able to extract that signal out from these samples.
That sounds groundbreaking. Now, is it a huge space, and will it be able to save lives?
Yes, it's definitely a huge space, and one thing to note is that we're adding to this space because RNA has not traditionally been used widely for clinical profiling. We're already doing this, for example, in nasopharyngeal cancer, and we're extending this to other hard-to-profile conditions, for example, in places with typically inaccessible biopsies, such as the nose or the eye. The other thing that we're trying to do also is to use this platform for the state-of-the-art therapies like immunotherapy or targeted therapies to be able to generate RNA predictors for these conditions as well.
And how fast can it get to market?
Yeah. Our platform is already active. Even as we speak, we have 7 existing projects that are ongoing. We expect to be able to bring our first predictor to market in about 3 to 4 years.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Tay.
Thank you, Sarah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was PicoPoint Genomics. Would any of you like to come further in front? From the back of the room. I think there's some people all huddled behind. Would you like to come in front? There are some seats even on this side of the hall. Would you like to come? Please, please, please do come. Make your way in. We'll allow some of them to come in so that the live stream won't be affected as well, so that they can quickly pass. Okay. Now that was PicoPoint Genomics, and next up we have Cyclomeds, hoping to help patients with lymphedema, and we have the CEO of the company, Dina. Dina, please.
Good morning, everyone. We are Cyclomeds, and we have developed a breakthrough solution that reverses the symptoms of lymphedema. So you may be asking, what is lymphedema? Lymphedema is a widespread problem which affects 250 million sufferers globally. It causes immobility and disability due to limb swelling, and there is no cure available on the market today. This leads to emotional distress for the patients and reduces their quality of life. Cyclomeds has developed a breakthrough therapy. Our solution, LipiTrap, reverses the symptoms of lymphedema. It is an injectable that's self-administered by the patient twice a week for up to a year. We have patented this in 7 jurisdictions, and our patent covers more than 1 billion people. So how does LipiTrap work? LipiTrap improves lymphatic drainage and reduces limb swelling. This will allow the patient to regain the use of their limbs and improve their quality of life. The advantages of LipiTrap versus incumbent solutions such as compression garments are that LipiTrap addresses the root cause of the problem. This means that LipiTrap reduces swelling, whereas things like compression garments only manage swelling. It's easy to use, and patients can self-administer our device in the comfort of their own homes. And it is at least 3.5 times cheaper than other solutions available on the market. Our business model is a B2B2C business model. LipiTrap is available via prescription and distributed via healthcare providers to reach lymphedema patients. 8 out of 10 patients trust doctor recommendations, and so this will increase conversion rates. We have demonstrated traction for our solution. We have an expression of interest obtained from 3 parties. 2 are healthcare providers, and 1 is a patient support group. All would like to collaborate and partner with us. We have proven preclinical results which show that our prototype is safe and effective, and we are now prepared for further testing and human clinical pilot studies. Our founding team is made up of people both from the business and academia. Our solution has been seeded by Professor Anjali and is backed by her 20 years of research and 21 publications on the field of lymphatics. We have a strong advisory board backing us, who we can tap into for regulatory advice and clinical expertise. This will allow us to bring LipiTrap to market. Cyclomeds is interested to partner with investors to progress our clinical trials and to enter and break into this billion-dollar market. We would like to partner with healthcare providers to collaborate with us in pilot trials, and we would like to speak to regulatory advisors, given our global plans to scale and grow. Thank you very much for your time. Our vision at Cyclomeds is to improve the lives of lymphedema sufferers around the globe. Join us together on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Dina. Now to take questions, we have Prof. Anjali, the chief scientist, up on stage.
Thank you.
Hi, Prof. Hi. So what's the story behind Cyclomeds' mission to treat lymphedema?
Yeah. So I have had the first-hand experience with lymphedema sufferers who share how their limb swelling basically is a constant reminder that their life is not normal anymore. And since, as you heard, since there is no cure, basically they are also very anxious about their future and how their condition may worsen. So this is really what inspired Cyclomeds to develop a solution to address these shortfalls and anxieties.
She's very modest. She didn't mention that she's the co-founder of the Lymphedema Society in Singapore as well. Now, how are people solving this problem today?
So really options are currently very limited to 2 options. The first one is a non-invasive method, which is compression garment lymphatic massage. The second option is surgical, so like microsurgery, and this is much more expensive and more invasive. And the problem is that the limitation of these two options is that they only manage the symptom of lymphedema, but do not treat basically the root cause of the disease.
So why is your solution better then?
Very simple. This is the first solution that reverses limb swelling by improving lymphatic drainage, and therefore this will basically help the patient to get their normal life. So this is really what makes our unique selling point.
Sounds like tremendous potential indeed. Thank you so much for that, Prof. Anjali. That was Cyclomeds, ladies and gentlemen. Now, every year, almost 4 million people die from traumatic accidents, and bleeding is a major cause of death. Find out how Emerstat plans to stop the bleeds and save lives. Approver, please.
Imagine there is a soldier in the middle of a war and he gets shot, or someone in a horrific car incident and is bleeding profusely. They probably have till the end of this presentation before bleeding out to death. In fact, globally, 1 person dies due to traumatic bleeding every 3 minutes, which makes it the leading cause of death in people less than 46 years age. Astonishingly, 5 out of 10 such patients do not ever make it to the hospital. At the forefront of this battle against traumatic bleeding are paramedics and EMTs. We have interviewed paramedics from Singapore to UK, and 3 key pain points emerged: excessive blood loss before the clot formation, secondary bleeding while removing the patch as it adheres to the skin, and lastly, the risk of allergic reactions. Our team wanted to revolutionize the bleeding management space by developing a hemostatic device that is radically opposite to the current gold standard. Presenting Emerstat, the first ever non-adherent, drug-free hemostatic device. Our patent-pending technology leverages on nanostructural engineering to fabricate a surface that is key for its superior performance. Our product is revolutionary because unlike all the other products in the market, it does not absorb blood and leads to clot formation with 88% less blood loss. In addition, it does not adhere to the skin. Therefore, it reduces the risk of secondary bleeding and wound tear. And lastly, ours is a scalable platform technology, which means that the product can take different forms for different types of bleeding. For example, a patch, an expandable foam, and an injectable sponge, all for different indications for use. We will establish strategic partnerships with key distributors to deliver our product in different market segments. To begin with, we will focus on paramedics, military, and hospitals as our key end user segments. We have a fantastic team. Our CEO, Vishnu, and Prof. Yap bring in the biomedical development expertise. Vishnu is currently based in the US and is developing the US market for us. Prof. Yap leads the UK development team. I am the COO with experience in supply chain and operations, and I handle the Singapore development team. Dr. Raj is our advisor and clinical partner. Come talk to us if you're interested in our product. Join forces with us if you want to change the paradigm of bleeding management from roads to battlefields. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Apurva. I think there was a universal wince when we all saw the video. Please come closer. Very universal experience we all had there. So tell us a little bit more about your competition and why you are better.
Okay. So this is a $7 billion market, and there are several key players. QuickClot and Silox are the current market leaders. We are changing the game in 2 ways. One is because our product good and better than these. We lead to blood clotting with 88% less blood loss. We do not have any active pharmaceutical ingredient, therefore the risk of allergic reactions is minimized. And lastly, it does not adhere to the skin. Secondly, we also take different forms for different wounds, such as gunshot wounds, stab wounds, and truncal wounds.
So it can be both an expandable foam as well as
injectable sponge.
Very cool. So are there any other applications of your technology?
Absolutely. Because we do not adhere to the skin and can be peeled off easily, it is a very desirable characteristic for burn wounds, where the dressing has to change often and the patients go through a horrible process. In addition, we are also developing a biodegradable version of our product to be used in perioperative settings. So we are exploring these two applications amongst others.
So when can we see your product on the market?
So we are currently in our preclinical stage and we are conducting trials here in Singapore, UK and China. We have also raised quite a bit funding in non-dilutive grants. We have established partnerships with Singapore Civil Defence Force and National Health Services England. Because this product needs clinical trials, we expect to launch our product in 3 to 5 years.
That sounds pretty soon, actually. So congratulations on that to you and your team, Apuva.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Emerstat. Often EEGs to monitor brain activity are tedious to set up. They involve very hefty machines and they're uncomfortable for patients. So next up, we have Eigen Sensor with wearable EEGs.
For the first time in 100 years, we are making EEG at home practical. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shi Kang, the CEO of Eigen Sensor. Electroencephalography, or EEG in short, is the recording of electrical activity in the brain that's commonly used for diagnosing neurological conditions, most notably seizures and epilepsy. There's more than 50 million people in the world suffering from epilepsy and seizures. It can strike at any time and severely disrupts their normal lives, their careers, and their families. EEGs play a critical role in these patients' journeys, as they are used repeatedly throughout this process. However, today's EEG technology has many problems. It requires more than 30 minutes just for setup. It requires expert technicians to position more than 20 wires onto the person's head. And it requires a bulky machine. Therefore, it's only practical to do these in a hospital at the moment. This is where we come in. Inside my cap is our patent-pending wearable EEG device. It takes less than a minute to set up, and it allows us to record directly from home. There's no more gel, no more wires, and no more bulky machine. We will be targeting hospitals in Singapore and in the US. Our device can be used for in-clinic and at-home monitoring. The size of this market is estimated to be at least $500 million. We already have a working prototype that's producing high-quality signals in a comfortable form factor. We have demoed these to neurologists, and our output signals are very close to what they are seeing in the current in-clinic EEG. We are also working on trials with 2 major hospital groups in Singapore, as well as exploring new applications. The inventor, Teck Loon, has a background in electronics and is a PhD candidate. I have a background in product innovation and am a master's candidate. We are supported by a strong clinical advisory panel consisting of reputed key opinion leaders in Singapore. If you are an international medical institution or a partner who can help us with market entry into the US, or an investor that can help us navigate this space, please come talk to us and see our device in action at our booth. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Shi Kang. So now for the question and answer, and first of all, the elephant in the room, what's in your cap?
Absolutely, yes. So this is actually an ordinary cap, but our EEG device is actually built into it.
Just that?
Yes.
Very light and compact.
Yes. So what we have done is we have miniaturized the setup that's required for EEG recording so that it can be done in this inconspicuous form but still produce high quality EEG signals.
That is very, very cool. Now, why is it the right time to do this now, though?
Yes, so right now, actually, you know, like the AI space is getting so hot. There's a lot of new algorithms coming out, and it is so even for like seizure classification, seizure detection, seizure prediction. But the bottleneck is that long-term EEG data is still not readily available. It's actually pretty hard to get. And that's why a lot of these algorithms cannot be put into use. So by combining these algorithms with our setup, we will be able to enable the hospitals to actually increase their patient load and also their standard of care.
Which is always needed in hospitals. Now, there seem to be a lot of competitors in this space, though. So how are you different?
Yes, so dry and wireless EEGs are not new, but they always face a major problem when the patient is moving, and also the setup that they currently have often attracts a lot of unwanted attention to the patients. So our device actually solves these problems, and we are very, very uniquely focused on allowing the patients to continue their EEG recording while continuing with their daily lives.
So it sounds like it also preserves dignity for the patients.
Exactly.
Now, when will it be available?
So we are targeting to launch in the market within 3 years' time. We are already working on trials with the hospital groups to actually improve on our setup based on the feedback that we're getting from clinicians and users. We are also simultaneously working on the certifications that's required for HSA and FDA approval. Yeah.
That sounds like you guys are moving really fast, so you'll have a very busy next 3 years.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for that, Shikang.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eigen Sensor. Up next, we have a special segment featuring the alumni teams. Now, all of them have made great progress since they have graduated from GRIP, all on different runs. And many of them are already in their growth and expansion phase and are looking for investors to take them forward to the next level. So don't miss out on this opportunity to invest in a company that's on its way up. So first, our next team has already launched its first paid deployment this month. With an exoskeleton solution to help empower the human body, let's welcome Emerstat.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Rainier from Armas Tech, and today I'm going to be talking about how we help the unsung heroes of the global economy since we graduated from GRIP in December 2021. Despite the automation boom, a lot of work is still being done manually, even in the most developed countries. It's impossible to fit a lifting jack inside the fully packed truck, and nurse lifting aids that are designed to help carry patients can make the job take 10 times longer. All of this causes back pain, which reduces productivity and simultaneously increases injury risk. And back pain costs money. It can cost a typical industrial company up to $2.2 million every year, and this number jumps to $3.5 million for healthcare institutions. So our solution to this is simple, and we call it the Armas Tech Elevate, air-powered apparel that aids the lower back during heavy lifting. The Elevate is driven by our patented fabric air-regulated muscles, which significantly reduces the back muscle effort needed to carry loads. Because of its fabric nature, it's affordable and it won't break the bank. It's light as a water bottle. It's airy, it's flexible, it's comfortable to wear throughout the day. And according to our customers, it is a one-of-a-kind product that hits all of their requirements. It's effective, it's affordable, and it's comfortable. And since graduating from GRIP, we have finalized product development and have moved on to our phased rollouts. In fact, our first paying early adopters have already received their first batch of Elevate suits and are now using it to improve their operations. We're also finalizing a partnership with the Singapore-based healthcare network, wherein they will supply funds to Armas Tech so that we can adapt and deploy the Elevate for nursing use. We're also excited about the overwhelmingly positive reception we got when we visited the US last month. American companies are already asking us when they could use the Elevate, And right now, we are working with a distributor to bring the product to American customers in 2024. But we're not stopping there. By 2027, we will have an Elevate suite of systems that can support the whole body, not just the lower back, but it will also be able to track and monitor the user's movement. Beyond this, though, Armas Tech aims to serve both the B2B and consumer markets by creating an Elevate for everyone. This will be a version of the suit that can be used by anyone, whether they're working in logistics, in a hospital, in a construction site, or in a factory, or maybe you are a single parent who needs that extra bit of help. Ultimately, though, our goal is to revolutionize human productivity by merging clothing and technology. And if there's anyone out there who shares our vision, please visit our booth and you can try out the suit. Otherwise, please visit our website or send us an email at founders@armastech.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Rainier. And Rainier, welcome back.
Yeah.
I understand you guys graduated from GRIP Run 6, right?
Yeah.
About 1.5 years ago. So it seems you've gained a lot of traction since then. Can you tell us a little bit more about the customers that you're working with?
Yeah, first of all, glad to be here. Since graduating from GRIP, we have secured several POs. We have some from multinational logistics companies and even a very iconic hotel here in Singapore. Unfortunately, I can't reveal their identities though, and there are a lot of hotels here, so it won't be very easy for you to guess which one. Beyond that, we have a partnership with that hospital, as well as working with that distributor in the US. And we also received interest from the military, firefighters, construction, manufacturing. And right now, we do have a lot of traction, and our short-term goal is to convert all this traction into revenue before the end of the year.
Sounds like a very busy year.
Yes.
Now, why are your customers choosing today to come out of the woodwork, though? Haven't exoskeletons been around for a long time?
Yes. Exoskeletons have been around for the past several decades, and they usually have two, I guess, major issues. At its core, an exoskeleton is a metal harness with motors and driven by sensors. All of these motors and sensors can cost a lot, which jacks the price up, and this can sometimes go against the economics of the business owner who wants to use them. Basically, it's hard for them to be practical. And you can also imagine that an exoskeleton or wearing a metal harness for 8 hours a day is not the most pleasant experience in the world, so comfort becomes an issue. So the thing that we did to solve these two problems is by adapting a fabric design. Fabric, of course, is not as expensive as titanium or carbon fiber, so we are able to offer our product at a practical price point that works with the economics of the business. And at the same time, fabric is very comfortable, so we have a product that the actual users will want to wear. And we used compressed air to provide that power, because compressed air can be particularly strong depending on how to use it, but it's also very soft. So at the end of the day, we have a suit that is effective, but is at a price point that works with what the business owners would want. And it's also very comfortable. That one of the best compliments that we received from our test trials is that the users sometimes even forget that they're using it because it's so comfortable.
That is a very good feedback point indeed.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like it's both B2B and B2C, right?
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations on that, and thank you for that presentation, Rainier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy, everyone.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Armas Tech. Now, here to help counter the very real-world problem of purchasing counterfeit products, we have Aditya from SafeServe.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting to you SafeServe, eliminating counterfeits. We'd like to begin with our learnings and growth, as we were part of the previous run with a singular focus on big-tier pharmaceutical companies and were known by the name of MediCert. However, we have rebranded ourselves as SafeServe, and we are now encapsulating many more industries that are also facing rampant counterfeiting. And we've made some really good progress this way. In a way, we have grown wiser, grown smarter, and grown larger over the span of 6 months. We'd like to highlight that counterfeiting is a massive illegal industry, with industries such as documenting, clothing and textile, food, electronics, and medicine industries facing counterfeits up to a massive $300+ billion. Counterfeits are a huge problem, as can be seen from the snippets here, taken from local media outlets, which are highlighting fake certificates, counterfeit goods, and drugs that are being sold in the South Asian and Southeast Asian market. Interestingly, we also have a Forbes article that estimates $7 billion a year worldwide in fraudulent diplomas and transcripts. There are huge economic consequences to these, with financial losses amounting to a massive $300+ billion lost, and overall impact on economy with over 1 million jobs lost and damaged reputation, not just for the manufacturer, but for the company and country as a whole as well. A secure and fast backend is needed, as 24 billion plus records are produced in 1 year in one market alone, and securing such huge datasets can be extremely challenging. Hence the need for a real-time and smart authentication mechanism to tackle counterfeits effectively. This is where our SafeServe solution comes in, where the necessary data, along with unique QR codes, is added on to a patent-pending block forest technology, which in turn churns out products which can be easily cross-verified. This process is effective, secure, and fast and easy to authenticate. Just imagine picking up a product, scanning a QR code, and knowing if it's authentic or not. Pretty simple, right? We'd like to highlight and stress on the fact that block forest is faster, much faster than other traditional blockchains or other such secure backend technologies. For a reference, 25 billion records, which happens to be a very average number for the industries that we're talking about. A traditional blockchain will take 5+ minutes to verify this amount of data, whereas block forest will be able to do it within a matter of seconds. This gets even worse for traditional blockchains as the dataset grows over time, whereas block forest will be able to uphold its speeds. We're looking at a total addressable market of a massive $100+ billion for our anti-counterfeit solution, with a serviceable obtainable market of $5 billion while focusing on the Indian and Southeast Asian market alone. We've seen some strong traction over time and have been able to secure LOIs from mid-tier pharmaceutical companies or also multiple educational institutes. We are also currently in discussions with FMCG and luxury brands who are interested in our product. We are also happy to report that we have multiple educational institutes that are already using our product as we speak. We look forward to speaking with investors, industry partners, and customers to tackle counterfeits more effectively.
Thank you so much for that, Aditya. It sounds like you guys have been very busy in the last 6 months since Run 8.
Absolutely.
Just come a little bit closer. So what issues are the users facing, and how is your solution poised to tackle the issue?
Absolutely. Thank you. So with rampant counterfeiting taking place globally, there's a very serious need to tackle this issue of counterfeits, to prevent customers and brands from falling victim to the problem of counterfeits. Our solution is uniquely poised to tackle this issue successfully, as we can ensure that the customers will be able to cross-verify a product's authenticity within a matter of seconds, while ensuring that it has the same levels of security as that of a traditional blockchain. To be able to provide near real-time authentication while having billions of data points is extremely challenging. We've been able to figure it out and have implemented it in our solution.
So how does this solution benefit users?
So I'll answer this question in a two-part way. One, taking a real-life scenario of a person purchasing a product from a store. He or she will be able to walk away within seconds from the store knowing the product is authentic or not if the manufacturer happens to be using a product, which will translate into increased trust with the company and increased sales in return. And in the second format, if, say, for instance, taking the example of a company trying to hire a candidate for the job openings, then he or she will be able to ensure that the person that they're hiring is an authentic one if the certificates and degrees can be cross-verified. This way, they'll be able to hire the right candidate instead of a problematic one.
Indeed. Now, can this be implemented in different industries as well?
Yes, absolutely. We've built an anti-counterfeit solution in a way that we can cater to the needs of various industries. So right from educational sector to FMCG, luxury sector, medicinal companies, all of them are catered for. In fact, we believe that the current population is sufficiently tech-savvy to help us tackle counterfeits more effectively, aided by our solution.
That sounds very promising. I'm sure lots of people have accidentally bought counterfeit products before, so hopefully we'll be safe with you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that, Aditya.
Thank you, Sarah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was SafeServe. I'll just give a while for people to sneak off gently. Thank you so much for joining us today. Before you leave, thank you so much, President. Okay, so next up we actually have our 12th team for today. And this 12th team has a product that is planning to use AI to help in the waste sorting business. Let's welcome the CEO of WasteFist, Aurélie.
Thank you. So I'll give you the latest updates of WasteFist since we finished the NUS GRIP program. So quick reminder, the still very persistent and serious problem of very low domestic recycling rates in Singapore. And this is our first product, WasteCam, which is actually an AI add-on that can be added to any recycling bins. It's actually dedicated for visitors of malls or airports to actually recycle right. And so users can actually show their waste to the camera, and our system can detect and identify the waste category and then give direct feedbacks to the users on what needs to be done next. We also have an integrated dashboard for waste managers to actually have a real overview on a real time of their waste and their bins, as well as notifications for cleaners if something needs to be done at a specific bin. Recently, we added 2 new features, the barcode detection as well as brand recognition, and this is ahead of time for the new coming beverage refund program that is going to be implemented in 2025. So on top of WasteCam, which is more for visitors, we got a lot of traction and interest for a solution that can be actually for tenants at premises as well as offices. And this is where we developed our second product, WasteMon, which is a set of 3 cameras looking at a specific bin. It continuously monitors the waste, and actually waste managers can have a daily summary of waste accounting. So our core technology remains the same. It's a minimum of 1 smart camera as well as 1 computer, edge computer that is preloaded with a library of computer vision models that are specific to every waste stream. We got a lot of interest, including 1 request for quotation to deploy our system on an existing mobile application for e-waste, as well as test bedding invitations from CDL, CapitaLand, Changi Airport, as well as Sing Health offices. So we are looking for investors that are from sustainability or circular economy or waste background. And we are also looking for hardware partners, software partners, and most importantly, waste partners. So we are looking for waste collectors or cleaning companies that are willing to adopt smart systems. So if you want to have more details, here's our website. Please feel free to have a look and get in touch. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Aurélie. So you guys were in Run 7 about a year ago.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to see you back. So tell me a little bit about your background and your co-founder's background as well. Why is your team uniquely motivated to solve this problem?
So actually it started in NUS. We are all from NUS, 4 of us, 4 co-founders, and it started in 2019. We actually started talking about this problem of very low recycling rates and how could technology be helpful solving this problem. So then we approached NEA, different waste companies, and we actually refined our solutions many times. And we are quite multidisciplinary team and able to actually do waste from waste environment, waste background, as well as AI background and machine learning background.
Covered all the bases.
Yeah.
Now, could you share with us a little bit more about the pilot projects that you guys are on now?
So we got quite a lot. We got 3 test bedding invitations for WasteCam, so in malls, in CDL and CapitaLand, as well as Changi Airport, and 2 for WasteMon, so just waste monitoring at the Sing Health offices and also CapitaLand at tenant premises.
Sounds like you guys made a lot of progress in the
Yes.
last year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was WasteFist with Aurélie.
Thank you.
Next, we have a team that is aiming to improve gut health as well as immunity with their new hydration solution. Let's welcome co-founder and CEO of Curated Culture, Christian.
Hello, everyone.
My name is Christian. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Curated Culture. Some amazing things have happened since our GRIP Run 6. We've generated over $87,000 in revenue, are stocked in over 14 stores, and have sold an astounding 15,000 bottles. We've raised over $200,000 in funding, and just recently, we presented our latest innovation, Hydra, at Fit Summit, where we received spectacular feedback and were shortlisted as Startup of the Year. What we drink matters. The highest intake of daily sugars is in beverages. We are all becoming more aware of this, but if there are no good options available, we have no choice. Consumers are becoming more health conscious and looking for clean label, healthy, and tasty beverages. That is where we, Curated Culture, deliver on all three fronts. Introducing our solutions for health-conscious consumers. On the left, we have our probiotic teas. These are the products that we grew our business with. On the right, we have our latest innovation, Hydra. It's the first of its kind post-workout drink with postbiotics. Now, this is our next big move. With the development of Hydra, we are gaining access to a bigger market. This means going from a potential 15,000 units to a potential 1 million units in Singapore alone. The introduction of Nutri-Grade, sugar tax, and changing consumer behavior open up exciting opportunities. We have two successful exits here. One is Body Armor, which was acquired for over $6 billion, and Vitamin Water, which was acquired for over $4 billion, both by Coca-Cola. So our technology is based around this triangle, leveraging the studies of the microbiome and the discovery of the benefits of postbiotics on the immune system. We are able to combine these health benefits and bring them to a wider audience, scaling accessibility 100x. This timeline gives you an overview of our activities since launching. It's really important to highlight here that iterative testing has been core to our development approach. And when we launched our probiotic teas, we learned a lot on unit economics and what we needed to change to unlock our next growth stage. So we lowered the COGS, increased the margin, made sure there's enough for all stakeholders, and developed a product that was both operationally feasible for distribution and export. Going forward, we will be running our first production batch in August and launching in Singapore. This is the dream team that made it all happen. We have Shuan, who's the genius behind product development and creating fantastic beverages. Charmaine is the mastermind behind all operations. She makes sure our customers can enjoy our products. And I am running growth and marketing, as well as setting the direction for us as a company. Together, we lead Curated Culture. We are fundraising. Please reach out to us if you are interested in investing in the future of beverages. For free samples, contact me directly or come by our booth outside to try. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Christian. I see you have samples right here. Yes. Yeah, so this is in an aluminum can. Is that for me? Are you opening it for me?
I'm opening it for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Here you go.
I shall take a drink while.
Bit of post-workout
nice.
recovery.
Yeah, today was a workout. Today was a workout already. Very refreshing taste, very citrusy. Sorry, this was my first time tasting it, so.
It's authentic.
Yes, it's authentic. Authentic experience. So who is your closest competitor, Christian?
So current products on the market don't offer the same benefits as our beverages do. But if we look at the wellness drinks, the closest competitors would be drinks like Yakult or kombucha. For the sports drinks, it would be Pocari Sweat or 100+. But they don't come close to the health benefits that Hydra offers our customers. And that is where we identified a big gap in the market.
So how are you different?
Believe it or not, there's no sugar in our drinks. We don't use any artificial ingredients. And what is unique about our products is how we leverage the power of the microbiome in our development. So with our probiotic teas, we culture live probiotics using our patented technology. And with the development of Hydra, we use postbiotics. Now, postbiotics are beneficial health compounds produced by probiotics. And we are able to package them in a new format. This means bringing Hydra brings all the health benefits and doesn't require refrigeration.
Almost like a pasteurized product.
Exactly.
No, are you able to scale this product?
Yes, we are indeed. So with the development, with launching our probiotic teas, we did scale up, but we realized that to grow globally and to be able to share the benefits of our products with more people, we needed to take a different approach. And that is when we developed Hydra. So with Hydra, our drink is packaged in aluminum cans, which are lightweight, sustainable, and easy to transport. Hydra also doesn't require any refrigeration, which means that logistics, distribution, and export are much easier to handle. And for production, we work with contract manufacturers. This allows us to scale much faster. So for example, our producer in Malaysia can scale from 10,000 units to 90,000 units per batch. This makes us much more responsive and agile to market demands.
So it sounds like it not only offers rapid hydration, there is also postbiotics in this and muscle recovery as well.
Exactly. So this is the drink after your workout. It covers muscle recovery with amino acids, electrolytes to replenish the minerals you lost, and the unique thing, first of its kind, is the postbiotics, which help boost your immune system, so athletes can recover faster after a workout.
Very interesting proposition indeed. So hope you guys get hydrated later. Thank you so much for that curated culture.
Thank you too, Sarah. Thank you, everyone.
I'll finish the drink. You can
Okay.
leave mine.
I'll leave yours. I'll take my post-workout drink here.
Thank you. For our next team, they are conquering a problem that is faced by many because administering injections is always tough for many caregivers. Here to provide an innovative drug delivery system, FarLife Plus.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Po Ling, co-founder of FarLife Plus. We are very happy to be here today to share with you our progress as well as our technology. So medications can be given in the form of tablets, syrups, injections, rectal preparations, and so on. However, the use of medications can be a distressing experience, giving rise to choking, pain or fear, or even embarrassment when clothing has to be removed for injection or rectal insertion. In fact, the market size for managing difficulty swallowing medications is worth $8.1 billion. At FarLife Plus, we have developed buccal films to replace injections and pills. And our film medicines will provide relief for patients with end-of-life symptoms as well as epilepsy. Just stick the film to the inside of the cheek, and the medicine will be released and absorbed very quickly into the blood system to bring about quick relief of symptoms. Our ready-to-market package comprises of guidance for pharmacies to set up film production facilities, as well as training their pharmacy staff to prepare buccal films using our FarLife Plus premix powders. Our business model involves the sales of premix powders as well as the manufacturing and sales of ready-made films. For the premix powder, they will be supplied directly to healthcare institutions to be made into films. Regulatory approval is not required, and hence we are able to gain traction very early. For the ready-made films, on the other hand, a regulatory approval is required, and we are pursuing it. Here's some of what we have accomplished 6 months after completing the GRIP program. We have filed for provisional patent for our technology, and human trials are in progress. We have sales agreement with 2 healthcare institutions, and we are in negotiation with 2 more healthcare institutions. In terms of funding, we have received seed funding from NUS GRIP, and we are in different stages of discussion with several investors. Our team comprises of 3 dedicated founder pharmacists who will be dedicating ourselves full-time to this venture. So we have good profit margin, a large market, as well as a well-planned growth strategy. To go forward, we will need further formulation development as well as clinical trials in order to impact global healthcare. We welcome investors and collaborators to work together with us to deliver better patient care for using our oral films. Please contact us to discuss further. With that, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for that, Pauline. So if you're familiar with GRIP, you might have noticed at the previous iteration, she was very pregnant. So that was just 6 months ago. So congratulations, baby is now
6 months old.
There we go. She literally popped after grip. So congratulations on your baby. Now, is there any story behind why you chose to solve this problem?
Yes. The two co-founders, myself and also Associate Professor Chan Suyong, we are mothers. So as mothers, we have seen how difficult it is to get children to take injections. We have to persuade them, we have to cajole them, and have to calm them down before injections can be given. And also, some children have difficulty swallowing tablets, especially big tablets like paracetamol, when the syrups are not available. So we feel that our film preparations would address these problems, and because our films are easy to give and also easy to take.
And it helps also with older patients as well. Yes. Now, what is your unfair advantage?
Okay, our unfair advantage is that we have a collective practice experience of 53 years as seasoned pharmacists. So we know firsthand the challenges faced by our fellow healthcare professionals when they have to select and give medications to their patients without causing additional distress. Also, we have hands-on expertise on developing an innovative and patient-centric product. And we have an extensive healthcare network, which allows us to connect with healthcare providers who are enthusiastic about our oral films, because they know that our oral films can deliver accurate doses of drugs to patients in a safe and discreet manner.
And so patients can even self-administer.
Yes, yes, yes.
So any early wins or success stories that validate your organization?
Yes, yes. So we have signed a sales agreement with 2 healthcare institutions. They have set aside facilities as well as resources for their pharmacists to prepare their films using our premix powders. And also, they will be, so in fact, next month we'll be supplying our premix powders to them.
That fast, 1 month?
Yeah. And they will also be sending more stuff for us to train.
Congratulations, Pauline. It looks like your team has been very, very busy in the last 6 months.
Very.
Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, that was FarLife Plus. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes all the presentations for today. You can take a deep breath, and start to relax. And thank you so much, all of you, for spending your morning with us today. We hope you found teams that you're interested in collaborating with, working with, or investing in. So do remember, especially if you are online, do remember to book your sessions with them at gripliftoff.com/teams. Meanwhile, for invite guests here with us on site today, thank you so much for coming down, spending time with us despite the rainy morning, which I'm sure was very challenging. Please do head outside to the back of the hall for the networking lunch, and you can visit the booths of the various teams on that side of the seminar room. The next liftoff day actually happens in November, so very fast, in less than 6 months. Till then, my name is Sarah NK for NUS Liftoff Day Run 9. Thank you so much and have a great rest of week ahead.